What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. This is the loadout video for the Juggernaut. Yeah, bro. I know my mask is super frightening, so I'll take it down. Truthfully, this loadout is not as practical for Nerf wars unless your main objective is intimidation, in which case it is incredibly effective, although I'm already really hot in this gear in an indoor, like, climate controlled environment. But if you're outside in the north, or like under 65 degrees Fahrenheit, you should be fine. So, all this excessive padding and stuff, and I'm sure you see my tactical jolt belt. Now I'll go over the gear. The whole loadout is based around the central vest here with a bunch of molly webbing. I have a bunch of like armor pieces all over, but the vest itself is just the vest and these little arm pieces. And the groin protector, because tactics. Now you don't have to waste one hand running in like this. You can just go like this and have all the comfort in the world. Ricochet. Does it serve any practical purpose? Stop asking stupid questions. This vest and a lot of the gear in this episode was provided by Evike, an online gear retailer, so you can buy a bunch of tactical gear. Link to their site in the description box below. Attached to the vest, which is a separate entity, are mag carriers right here. These are made by High Speed Gear, totally excessive for the Nerf application because they're overbuilt for like firearm stuff, but their expandable design allows them to fit Nerf magazines very easily. Most tactical pouches don't really fit Nerf mags unless they're just really oversized and bulky, so then they slosh around. These fit them really tightly. So when you're running around, please stay still. The sound you hear are my jolts, not my mags. Too long didn't read? That's the only functional part of this entire loadout. Just these 3 mags. I'm not even exaggerating. Up top I have a few patches. Major League Door Kicker, Pirate Patch, because tactics. Each one of them adds 5% range boost to my blaster, no matter what blaster I'm using. That applies to melee, which I'll get to, but I'm not sure how a range bonus would work with melee. Stop asking stupid questions. Moving down a little bit, I have a battle belt right here. For this, I have attached a bunch of modulus darts, and these are just tucked into the molly webbing. By the way, this completely destroys your darts. I don't recommend it unless you're just going for the, cosmetic tactics, because it looks super intimidating. Also attached to the battle belt are my jolts. Pretty much just so I could do that. You know, the tactical dance, you're clearing a room, you're clear, it's like clear, and then you move on to the next room. If you don't understand, you're probably just not an operator. It's an operator thing. Every day I operate. Yeah, so again, no functional gear attached to the battle belt. Below the battle belt are these little molly leg attachment things. Mostly it's just for cosmetic armor, like the arm plates. Even though both of these attachments have the little molly webbing like attached, so you could put pouches on, I chose not to. Except this little dump pouch right here, which is in the collapsed form now. You pull the Velcro and it gets bigger. Tucked into each of my leg panels are 2 melee swords, pretty much all of my lower. Since I'm holding it, my primary blaster here is a rapid strike with a little red dot and the 18-round stick mags. Because in Juggernaut mode, you just have to go ham, and full auto is the easiest way to do that. Drums are cool and all, but it's really tricky and really bulky and unnecessary. Would actually be quite fitting for this loadout, but I can't really carry extra drums on me. So, stick mags for the win. The rapid strike is attached to a 1-point sling, so if I need to activate Spartan mode, I can just drop the blaster and it sits right at the ready. Other slings are cool, but this one's nice because I can still have pretty good mobility and usability of the blaster while I'm actually nerfing, and then I can just drop it when I need to, like, do something crazy. Samurai sound effect. Oh yeah. Oh, I missed that. I have a shotgun scabbard on the rear, inside of which I have the Nerf foam sword. Just a tip. There we go. Moving up from there, this crazy thick neck piece, the really intimidating armor here makes me look like a bomb diffuser guy. Built into the vest actually, but right here I have a little cloth face thing. Yeah, so now I look like a skeleton. Intimidation. Probably the least intimidating things I can do with my hand. Every day I operate. Moving up from there, I have a pretty cool helmet. It's not a real ballistic helmet, and it's not even like a hiking rated helmet, so if I fall and smack my head on something, it'll still hurt. On top of this, I have a few patches, because tactics. And the red mohawk, part of my warrior Spartan mode. It's actually Velcro, which is super cool. So you can leave the Velcro on the helmet, and then only when you want to activate Spartan mode, you do.
Just do it!
So, Spartan mode, what the heck is that, you ask? Good question, viewer. Even though this is more like Roman, but whatever. Don't ruin my Christmas, it's all together, just shut up. They're all the same, all these archaic warriors that don't know how to use a firearm and are complete scrubs under today's standards. So, Spartan mode. Obviously you drop the blaster, whip out the sword, then you just yell, Spartan mode activated! And then boom, you have your riot shield. And a sword. So, it's like Sparta, and Spartans, and sword fighting. Or Romans. Whatever. Again, they're all the same. Like, you can't even argue I'm wrong. They're sword, shield, whatever. I have a freaking plate carrier on. If you're like, no, you're too far off because it's the wrong kind of sword, your argument is invalid. Yeah, so Evike sent me a freaking riot shield. How cool is that? They make a plastic riot shield. And if you don't want the sword, it'll work with a blaster too. Talk about overpowered. And these big beefy handles on the back, you totally just start like smacking into people. It could be a weapon in itself. However, the magic disappearing act is only for wizards. It won't actually do that when you buy it. So sorry. Get your magic level up, noob. If you drop your shield and somebody steals your sword, that's when the extra melee comes into play. So holding on to them is advisable. Oh yeah, what could possibly go wrong here? Yeah, intimidation. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, tactical gloves. I've covered these before. They're just gloves because tactics. If you're not an operator, you might not understand. Every day I operate. When you feel the need to go Juggernaut, that's pretty much everything you need. Full armor, like your thighs, even your groin, obviously your chest, your shoulders, your head, your whatever you can put this in front of. It's all covered, man. Shields up, guns blazing. Pew pew, or swords blazing. Yeah, really wish that sound effect was included with the sword. It's not. Bummer. Hasbro, get on that. I don't know how you do it. Put a soundboard in the sword handle. Connect it to a gyro or something so when you push down on it like that, it just makes that sound. That'd be super cool. Juggernaut loadout. Shields up, jolts out. Tactical Juggernaut dance. I'll end on that. And obviously I have to say it at least once. This is Sparta! He didn't have a shield in that scene, did he? You know what? Whatever. He didn't have a tactical vest on either. Get out of here. Every day I operate.